Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, hey folks, I'm Platter Video Series videos I've been doing for a while. I go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff. Then, folks, I'm gonna talk about stuff. I'm gonna let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not gonna lie, we're doing 2 Starbucks episodes in a row. That's just how it's going today. Because I went to Starbucks, I reviewed a thing. And there was another thing that I was like, I'll review that too. So, 2 birds, 1 stone, that whole thing. But anyway, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over there, I'm going to try out food and or drink items. Whilst I'm doing that, I'm inside my truck. Whilst I'm inside my truck, I'm wearing a super cool shirt. Folks, remember super cool shirts? I like to highlight super cool shirt. Super cool shirt my wear today, boom, it's my GoBots Battle of the Rock Lord shirt. Which I have gushed about this shirt in a number of my other episodes. I like this shirt quite a bit. This is one of my fairly early on, nerd shirts. It certainly had other ones before that, but this was one of the ones where, I went online and, I just wanted to find a cool shirt, and I was like, oh, shit, GoBots. If you don't know what GoBots are, well, chances are you're more normally adjusted human being than I am. But GoBots were a range of toys and eventually a series of little transforming robots, technically cyborgs. And they were competing with Transformers back in the 80s. And they did not win, but they gave it their best, I guess. And their best ended up really being GoBots Battle of the Rock Lords, because this was their movie. It was in theaters. And, yeah, man, they tried their best against the Transformers. Transformers won out. Transformers actually owns the GoBots property now, despite doing very little with it. But I still love the GoBots. I love the Transformers also, as characterized by the fact that I bought a Transformer today. Got my good buddy Dirge here. Anyway, what am I reviewing for you? What are we doing? Why is it from Starbucks? Well, like I said, I just got through reviewing a thing from Starbucks. Boom! It's this thing in particular, which was the Apple Crisp Oat Milk Shaken Espresso. Go watch that review. And while I was there, I was like, screw it. They had another thing. That thing is, boom! This is their impossible breakfast sandwich. It's impossible. You can't even believe it. You can't even comprehend it because it's impossible. It's right here, though. See, me, I've mastered it, okay? I just, I've taken things to the extreme. I shall not be defeated. But yeah, this is their impossible sandwich. I've actually been meaning to try this one for a while, because, I don't really do the impossible stuff just on the regular, but I know that some people are interested in that, and my take on it, and I'm not opposed to it. I don't have issue with it the way some people do. I don't understand why people have issue with it. It seems silly to me. So that actually kind of adds to it, because then I can do this, and I can piss those people off. So it's egg and cheddar, and then the if you're not aware, the whole impossible thing, the meat is entirely plant-based. They just chop up a bunch of meat, season it and shit, and then boom. So let's try a thing. I forget how much it cost. Do I have a thing? No, that's for the Transformer. Oh well. I think it was around $6, something like that. Because the thing, this cost a little over $6. This had to have been $6 or $7. So let's give it a go. That's honestly not half bad. Get a little breeze going. Yeah, honestly, that's okay. I think having it in a breakfast sandwich format definitely helps it out. Because, if you think of a sausage breakfast sandwich, it's already been processed to hell anyway. This is just that, basically. It's just, obviously it's plant-based instead of meat-based. So the main thing that you're really trying to get across with the plant-based stuff, the impossible meat and all that, you're trying to kind of replicate, loosely the taste and texture of meat. Does it work well in this particular circumstance? Honestly, yeah. Like, genuinely. It's not mushy. Um, you could see, when I went to pull it apart, like, it actually, it held on. Because, like, some of, like, the meat substitute things, like, no matter how you do them, like, they really don't come together very well. This one honestly works pretty well. Like, I think maybe it doesn't have quite as much bite as, like, an actual sausage patty. But honestly, I think fucking airport. Yeah, I genuinely think that if I didn't know that this was the Impossible breakfast sandwich, I honestly don't think that I would uh, be able to guess that, like, just, offhandedly. Because, like I said, it works well in a breakfast sandwich format. The meat is a close enough approximation to a breakfast sausage patty. It works out. The flavors may be a little bit lacking, but at the same time, like, hell, even like Dunkin' Donuts, like their breakfast sandwich stuff, they do have some that are decent, but, like, their stuff doesn't taste all that flavorful. Hell, even Burger King, I would argue that sometimes their stuff is a little bit not so great. I mean, yeah, I would just kind of maybe think that this was like a slightly weak breakfast sandwich that I got from, like a fast food location. And honestly, beyond the meat itself, like, the bread is nice. It's like a nice artisanal bread. It actually tastes really good. The cheese and the sausage, or the cheese and the egg, they work well. I mean, it's got a decent flavor to it. Yeah, I've had way worse. Way worse. And they definitely, for what it was, they definitely tried to go over there and season it in a way that it tastes like breakfast sausage. And they didn't entirely fail. Yeah, man. Obviously, I enjoyed it for what it was, because, you saw me just wolf it down. But no. The thing is, when it comes to, like, the plain substitute stuff, or the meat substitute stuff, I'm sorry, we're not fully there yet. We're just not. Even the best stuff, it's still, noticeable. But if you package it in the right way, you can kind of get away with it. Now, I'm not going to go over there and say, if you're going in for the meat substitute stuff, you're doing it for whatever reason you're doing it. I'm not saying it's healthier or anything like that. I mean, it's, typically extra processed as a result of this stuff. But my whole thing, I'm just talking about the flavor and the presentation. And that actually worked pretty well. I don't have any gripes with that. That was tasty. And like I said, I've had way worse actual meat breakfast sandwiches. So good on you, Starbucks. 2 questions have to be asked, though. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? Would I get it again? Maybe. It's not something I would do on the regular by any means. I don't eat at Starbucks all that often, to be fair. But as an option, I mean, it was good. I'd probably try some of their other stuff first, just because, again, I don't eat at Starbucks very often, so I might as well take the opportunity. But I didn't hate it. It probably cost too much for what it was because it's Starbucks, but wasn't a bad sandwich. As for recommending it, it's kind of the same thing with the Starbucks drink, which is, if you're already going to Starbucks, you already kind of know what their culture and everything is about. So you're already going to be, oh, for fuck's sake, with the goddamn airport. You know, you're probably going to be used to, like, their pricing and everything like that. It just kind of is what it is. It comes with the whole Starbucks thing. In terms of, like, the, you know, just the impossible aspect of it, if you're curious about it, give it a go. I don't think it's bad. If it's something that you're like, burr, 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 burr about, why? What's going on in your life that you have enough time to be upset about a fucking plant-based sandwich? I'm just saying. But, yeah, I'd suggest it, I guess. You know, don't go out of your way for it, but it's pretty good. Anyway, 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of the day. Spectacular rest of the week. Monumental rest of the month. Stupendous rest of your folks. You can go over there and have yourselves a truly impossible-tastic rest of your life. But maybe not impossible. Me-tastic. Maybe like The Impossibles movie. That was a movie, right? The Incredibles. That's what I was thinking of. I screwed up my outro. That's fine. We're just going to keep rolling along. Final 2 things, folks. Number 1, try to bring some positivity in the world. It's always possible. It is, however, I always appreciate it. But what you do can't do all the time. I know I can't do all the time. Here's what you do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, for fuck's sake, man. I know there's an airport kind of nearby, but it's towns over. Damn it. Anyway. Razzafraz and planes fucking up my day. There's a video. My great uncle Al, he was fucking awesome dude. He lived to be like 90 some odd years old. There's like an old home video where like he's like trying to give a speech out in his backyard about something, I forget exactly what. But like every time he starts talking, another plane goes by, and like he finally just gets to a point where he's just shaking his fist at the plane. It was fucking hilarious. Anyway, sport we run into situations that are stressful, frustrating, etc. Take a step back. Try to mitigate the level of assholeness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, maybe you're going to go over there. Maybe you're going to shake your fists at some planes today because, I mean, I can't even be too upset. You know, like, yeah, I live kind of by an airport, but again, it's like multiple towns over. You know, every now and again, you just get some planes going by and it's frustrating. But, you know, like another one right now. I don't know where people are coming from, but they are definitely going to that airport today. But it is important, you know. Obviously, it's human. Wow, that one's going real low. I don't know anything about planes. Anyway, I'm rambling. Goodbye.